What's going on, y'all? What is going on? What is going on, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess, honey, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful hump day. And I intend on doing the exact same thing, y'all. What's going on? Okay, it's been a minute since I did like a live this late or whatever. It's been a minute. But we are here, y'all. Y'all know I was just live with Really B, Yocrates and JB Says What, because we was talking about, Bill Collective and all that other shit, right? That's what we were talking about. But now we here to talk about nothing but Porsha. Y'all know that she ain't my favorite motherfucker. Y'all know that already, but it really don't matter. I'm here to do a job. And I'm here to talk about her. That's what we're here to talk about right now. And I see that StreamYard is trying to update the shit because I see they got a whole lot of stuff that we can use these days. And I think it's about time that they do that. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, before we get into anything, y'all know I got to inform y'all on some things that I got going on. Tomorrow is the Chasing Panel, so be sure to tune in for that tomorrow night at 8:30. And then Friday, there's an interview with Storm Monroe for a one-on-one. That's out Friday. And then Saturday and Sunday, you have a character analysis on Porsha. And then you have like some music content on Saturday or Sunday or both. You never know, because tomorrow I'm free, so I'm gonna be at home doing content for most of the day. So, and of course, Housewives of Atlanta comes on. So yeah, child, like we in the building. All right. So what we gonna do? Porsha went to the Breakfast Club today, and she addressed a couple of things and a couple of people. Now she addressed Drew Sidora, she addressed NeNe. She addressed Shamea, her relationship with Shamea at this moment. And she also spoke on Kenya Moore's exit and, all of those things. So I only cared about the Housewives of Atlanta shit. Like, I don't really give a fuck about what's going on with Simon. I just don't care. I don't. Her and that damn stolen husband, I don't give a fuck about that. I just don't. Just being real. I just cared about what's going on in the show because I don't know about y'all, but I'm very much so excited about, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'm pretty much always excited for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I'm very excited at this particular point because it's a brand new era, a brand new season, new girls are on this show. It's going to be new dynamics and all that other shit. So I'm excited. And, I'm not trying to force my opinion on nobody at all, not in the least bit. But I just wish that people would just give it a chance, because I know that Atlanta has given us not much of anything over the last couple of seasons and shit. But like I said before, it is what it is. I just want us to try to give it a chance. It's kind of new in a sense, like it's new people mixed with the old people. Let's give it a shot. But anyway, I don't foresee this live being no more than about 30 to 45 minutes. So I don't intend this to be that long at all. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the things. So we're gonna listen to the very first tell me something, don't make me call Porsha. Look at his ass up in here. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get into the first one. Let's talk about it.
This season could affect me more than any other season.
And girl, this is your season. Like, I mean, you've always been like you, Kenya, NeNe, Candy, y'all are the OG girls.
Yeah.
But right now, I think we're all excited because you have been away from the show. We know that Kenya eventually exits. NeNe's not there. Candy's not there. So it's like we are looking for you to bring back how it used to feel. So there's so many eyes and people are going to critique it so much. So like, what's the daily mantra with filming? Because these girls are not, they're not always going to give you that protect your peace that you're talking about.
Well, no, because I just met a couple of them.
I know.
So
and
the show started with BS.
It's already
they didn't know me to protect me. It was like, hey, girl, when you stole. I was like, wait, what? So, for me, I came back into this kind of feeling brand new. Not gonna lie. Like 3 years is a really long time from having cameras in your life on a daily basis. I was looking into the damn camera lens for most of the time. Like I was getting stumbling over words. It was like brand new Porsha all over again.
Right.
And then I just said, you know what? I talked to the producer. So this was collaborative. Me coming back, a big part of me coming back was collaborative. We had conversations, my husband or estranged husband and production about how I wanted to be, and how I asked them to be was completely honest. I asked them, can I break the fourth wall? Fourth wall on reality TV is saying I'm late because I had to film at my mama's house because it's a cease and desist on my crib. You know what I'm saying? So I told them, I said, listen, the only way I can do this is to just speak my truth and be 100% honest. You can edit what you got to do later.
Right.
But for me to get through this at this dark time and losing like my person, I have to be as honest as I possibly can. And they agreed to that. And I feel like they stuck with that. You know, I got to see the show, but I feel like they stuck to letting me just live authentically.
Did you see the first episode?
I did see the first episode. I did.
What did you think? Because I feel like they got you walking into BS.
Yeah.
Like they show this whole grand thing and you're working on this, you go into the attorney, you're doing everything.
Yeah.
And then you walk right into the bullshit.
Yeah.
Homegirl is like Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly.
It's like, why did she steal that lady's man?
Right.
Husband.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Explain who Kelly is for people
Kelly,
that don't know the show.
Dang.
What housewife is Kelly?
Kelly she's one of the new girls. She owns a waffle business. And yeah.
Who doesn't know what actually really happened with that enough to say who stole what? Like, you know, so I just felt like she was wanting to have a moment. And I was dismissive of it. Like,
ain't that whack of producers?
She's a little delayed.
Wasn't that whack of the producers too though?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell you. So this season, the producers did not overproduce us. They really didn't. And that's
they didn't have to from the start.
No, it really wasn't. Like, she felt that way. She felt like she wanted to ask me that, and she wanted to have a moment, but you look whack doing that. And she eventually straightens up. But, you know, she had to, you know, as a new girl, she coming in thinking, I ain't going to make a name. I'm going to come for Porsha.
It doesn't seem like you too fond of her still after she straightened up, by the way.
We have a love and hate relationship.
Okay.
We have like we are literally like, what is it? Oil and water?
Oil and vinegar.
All the vinegar.
Maybe they don't none of them match. But baby, me and her, we kind of up and down with it.
Yeah.
It's not hateful.
So y'all make up because during that little party, you were like, I don't want to say little party, but during that party,
I don't know what
you
it's
was
gonna
kind of
look
like.
I think she and I argue a lot, but I don't know if it's gonna look as hateful as my arguments have been in the past.
Right.
If you've known my history on the show, why I keep want to cuss so much this morning? Is it this outfit? I feel like when women used to come to me on the show, I used to beef with them the whole season, and it got so dark. This season does not go that dark. We have funny moments. We talk about each other. We kiki, and yes, we argue, but it's not enough to break sisterhoods.
Now, okay, so we listening to Porsha, and Portia's talking about, you know, all the things that's going. I think on this part, she's talking about, you know, how she has to relive this whole divorce situation with Simon, you know, for the most part, right? And she said that she had been gone for like 3 years and shit, so she didn't even remember how to film. Like, she was looking at the camera, you know, lens and shit like that. And you know, I'm about to go into the world of filming myself in just a little bit. I'm gonna start filming something in just a little bit. So I got a feeling my ass gonna be looking in the cameras and shit. I'm gonna be like, when I'm not supposed to. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, I hope I don't make those little rookie mistakes when I get into what the fuck I'm about to get into. But my thing is this right here. You probably are a little rusty after 3 years of being away from the camera and shit like that. You just might be a tad bit rusty, just a little bit. But you know, I get that part. And I also understand the whole thing with Simon. Now, it's one thing to go through the shit and you filming the shit, and then you know, when you on reality shows, this is the thing, you got to go through the shit 3 times. You got to go through the shit 3 times. You got to go through the shit when you're filming. You got to watch the shit back, and then you got to go through it again for the 3rd time at the reunion. Can you imagine that type of shit? I mean, I'm just saying, could you really imagine it? Let's see. Smile, Scotty, you look great today. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for that. You look so effortless. Look, y'all know I don't care about Porsha. Y'all know I don't, but I'm just doing this for y'all because there ain't really that much to talk about right now, and I just want to keep the content coming because I told y'all we're pivoting this month. This is the first. This is the Scotty by Nature 2025 right now. Like, this is really January for me right now. That's what this really is. Just letting y'all know, because we're pivoting. We're doing more than just reality and bullshit gossip. We're getting into character analyzing and, you know, music. Shit that I really love to do. Okay? That's what we're doing. Never been a Drew fan, still on the fence about Shamea. I don't understand her life. How can someone be a multi-millionaire and dress so poorly and go to regular jobs daily? I don't get it. See, that's what y'all don't understand. Just because a motherfucker got money, that don't mean they're gonna be draped up in Gucci all day. That don't mean that they're a fashionista just because they got money. Okay, do you know how many broke hoes dress better than Shamea and they ain't got half the money she got? I'm just saying. I'm just telling y'all now. I'm just being real. So then she brought up Kelly, and I told y'all, I hear that Kelly finna be a monster on this first episode. She really putting Porsha on her toes. And honestly, y'all, I think that Porsha needed that. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Like, I feel like Porsha needed this. She needed somebody to challenge her because Porsha has been the fan favorite since like season 10, and everybody felt like Porsha was untouchable. And we're back to the show, and I'm here for somebody to be challenged. So Porsha, if you got to be the muff that's being challenged, then you just gonna have to be that muff that's gonna be challenged. You feel what I'm saying? It is what it is. You don't have to wear Gucci to not look like you shop at Rainbow. I mean, I didn't say that, but you got it. I didn't say that. I didn't say you had to wear it. Gucci was just an example, but okay. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the next part. Let's get into it.
On the whole incident that happened, I think it is.
Well, she's talking about Kenya now.
I think it just went too far. I feel like Kenya came back this season and she definitely, well, not even this season, because I don't know what she was doing the past 3 because I didn't see it.
Right.
But the Kenya that I saw this season was not wanting beef and drama too much. She really wasn't on too much of that. Like, you can even see that in the first episode. She really kind of chill with it. Not her normal self. And I just feel like mixed with the newbie and some things that were said that were dangerous from the newbie, I felt like Kenya then decided to be even more dangerous. And but I do feel like there's a space where there could be a conversation with her and Bravo. I feel like there could be a conversation with her and Britt, and hopefully they can figure something out by next season.
Kenya. So I know she's not going to finish out the season because of what happened with her and Brittany, but they were saying that she could come back potentially season 17.
Who said that?
I thought that she was only suspended for the rest of 16.
No, I be saying that in real life.
I thought she was only suspended for season 16 and could potentially come back for 17, no?
I would hope that's true. I just can't see I'm in 100% agreement with her not being here. I would love for her to be at the reunion. I'm for what's best for the show. And I loved where Kenya was going. She's not that happy with me right now, but that's okay. I've always been that type. I don't give a damn how you feel about me. If I'm always going to speak the truth. So, I feel like at this moment, no matter what, I feel like it would be good for Kenya to be at the reunion. And I feel like she is very articulate. And she can speak to Britt, and she can speak to the cast, and she can speak to the fans, and she can find her way back next season. So I think that could be a true statement.
Why should I have it with you right now? I thought y'all were doing better this season.
She didn't like when I said that, when I compared her to Britt, and I said they were similar. And I said they were similar, but I meant because they're both fabulous. They're both, to me, speak their mind. Like, when you don't like somebody, you don't want to be compared to them. So
right. Got you.
But whatever, girl. I got to talk about you. You a part of the show. Don't you want to be talked about?
It's kind of crazy though. I didn't even think about the reunion. Like the fact that she won't even be on the reunion.
Who says that? It's possible. I'm still hopeful. She's still a big part of the show. She's not the show. She didn't make or break the season, but Kenya is a person who I've been doing this with for a very long time. And for once, we were possibly about to have a season of not being foes. You know what I'm saying? Phaedra, I have to say, when Phaedra came in, she helped to elevate the show as well and keep us where we needed to be because everybody been wanting to see her. She's been gone the whole time Candy been gone. Yeah. So, it's people wanted her back.
And Candy has been really upset about how Kenya has been treated by the network. She's been very vocal about that. And then Phaedra coming back, I don't know if Candy's too excited about that as well too, but do you feel like the network protects you guys the way that they should? Because that's what Candy's saying. It's like the network didn't protect one of their stars, which is Candy.
I still work for the network, so I don't share certain sentiments. Okay. Let let's be clear, all right? I'm saying that I think Kenya deserves an opportunity, and an opportunity can be given to anyone. You can always say no. She can say whatever she wants to say to Britt, the cast, the crew, and whoever, and they can say no, but I believe she deserves that opportunity. I ain't say a damn thing about the network. Love the network.
Okay, so let's talk about Miss Kenya more, honey. Let's talk about her. And it's almost 200 of y'all up in here, so I really appreciate you guys coming in and watching with me and my new earrings. You know, I don't normally wear these type of earrings. I'm always wearing the studs, but I'm trying to do something a little different, just in case y'all didn't notice. But anyway, when it comes down to Kenya, now, I don't know how everything went. I don't know because the scene hasn't showed up yet. We don't know everything that has transpired, right? But Kenya did say that she was threatened or something like that by Britt, the new girl Britt. You know what I mean? And she did say that she did not feel protected by the production team or the network. She did not feel protected by them. So she felt like she did what she needed to do because of what the girl did to her. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how it's coming across. Now, Kenya, there's a way for you to get her back. I just feel like you took it to a whole nother level with the whole revenge P type of thing. Like I said, we really don't know what's going to happen. And the thing that I don't understand is how people are saying, well, why are they using the footage if they don't condone what Kenya supposedly did? Here's my thing about that. They're gonna air it. Y'all gotta know how reality TV works. They're going to air that shit. Of course they don't condone it, but they're gonna air it. It's the same thing with Porsha and Kenya. It's the same thing with Candace and Monique. You feel what I'm saying? They don't condone violence, but you damn sure know they're going to show it because they know that's going to drive viewership. Do you not know how many people wasn't watching Potomac until Candace Monique got the fight? Come on now. We got to be honest. Candace and Monique's fight kind of drove the viewership during season 5. Like they had a significant high number of people watching during season 5. We got to be honest about it. I think that was the last high-rated season that they had when Candace and Monique fought. And we got to realize we watching reality TV. Reality TV is trash. People pussy get wet when they see people get ready to fight. We just got to be real because I know mine do. I'm just saying. Call me urban, call me ghetto, call me whatever. But when the motherfucker fighting, I'm watching. I'm like, ooh, shit. I want to see somebody get their ass whooped sometime. You know, whatever, especially if they deserve it. But you know, it is what it is. But I'm not surprised that they're showing it. And I know that if they didn't show it, then you know the people will feel some type of way if they didn't show what's actually gonna happen with Kenya and Britt, because that's gonna be the main thing that everybody want to see. So why would they cut it out? Let me look at some of the comments here. It says, in my opinion, Bravo is slightly to blame also in this Kenya and Britt thing. I say this because for years, Kenya got to taunt people to no consequence. The scepter with Porsha, Kim feels chair. Well, yeah, I get you. I understand that. Kenya stayed violating boundaries, so it's no wonder she thought she could show those pictures of Britt. Well, that's true. Not like it would take much for Porsha. She's not a true friend to anyone anyway, and she is barely a real sister to Lauren. Y'all making a lot of sense in these comments tonight. It's 202 of y'all up in here. I'll wait to the end, but just know we all only got 2 more days to vote for the Boss Baby Awards. Only 2 more days of voting. 2 more days because the award show is next month, and I got my suit. Y'all know I gotta come with it every year. I got my suit. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I hope y'all like it. Let's go to the next part of this. Let's go to it, y'all. Let's move on.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to have Phaedra back. The cast wanted Phaedra back, and Bravo wanted her back in her home on Housewives.
So what's Phaedra's Bravo this check over here on Housewives looking like? Because she left the whole other show.
Well, she done made that check and cashed it already. You can worry about the check you done already cashed?
No.
She done cashed that check. She coming to get this check.
Heard you.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
That answers your question?
Checks everywhere.
Yeah.
You said they what?
Checks are everywhere.
Checks everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Everywhere.
Now, how tight are you and Drew?
Drew, you know what, Drew? It's some people you just realize, okay, you just a little.
Is she still an ambassador of Go Naked Hair?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Go Naked Hair is Porsha's hair brand.
I can't put my hair on people's head and then they think they're me. Like, that's what I can't do. Like, that's what we not gonna do. You don't become Porsha by wearing Porsha's hair. You need to just enjoy my hair, take it out when it's dirty, and put it back in when it's clean. You know, like you can't just like all that. She's an okay person, I think, for a lot of her friends. I think they love her. I think they trust her. I think if you're not her friend, you shouldn't trust her and you shouldn't be around her.
Okay, so with you saying you shouldn't trust her, you shouldn't be around her, and she is not wearing Go Naked Hair anymore, you were not at all, and I saw it kind of in the first episode, you're not happy about the allegations that she might be in a relationship or whatever with Dennis, your ex.
See, this is why I like Breakfast Club. You ask the questions that need to be answered, okay? So here's the thing. On the show, I don't know how it's going to come off again because the show has to sensationalize things, right? So how good is it for me to be going through a divorce and I'm still jealous about my baby daddy? That's BS, right? So in real life, she actually was trying to film with him behind my back. And when
he's a music producer, right? That's what it said on the show. He's a music producer. Right?
We can start that for sure.
He's whatever he say he is.
Okay, right.
Yes, he is. He is a serial entrepreneur and apparently a music producer,
right?
Okay. But she was trying to film with him behind my back, and that's just not cool. Come on,
wait, filming him on the show as a
film with him on Housewives, so it's just not cool, right? It felt like a setup for me in some way. And then also there was a Go Naked photo shoot. She was trying to set up without me knowing anything about. I have to prove everything. Some of them fits, it's not fitting for you,
right?
So, or some of them looks may not be given the look. So I would like to, as the owner of the company, be a part of any of that. So when those two things were happening behind my back on my business, with my business on my show, yeah, I have a problem with you.
So you didn't know Drew was recording with Dennis. You didn't know anything. You didn't know that they were speaking. You didn't know that they were talking until that first episode.
Oh, the club.
That's what they said on the episode.
I didn't know any of that.
So you found out right there in that episode.
What's so funny? I saw the episode and she was like, she asked him and I said yes, and she talked to me and I said yes, and I'm like, that's just not true. Like, I genuinely didn't know. Look, at the end of the day, like I told Shamea, if Drew and Dennis want to get together, I just hope she can do baby hair for Pilar. Like, I'm happy with Drew. I think she's a great parent. I think if him and her were to get together and, you know, they can have a solid relationship, that's good too. Just don't screw me where you asked me to come back to be. She had been asking me to come back to Housewives. And when I came back, this is what you had waiting on me. This whack storyline that y'all came up with.
Oh, yeah. So I see what you're saying.
So if it was real, you wouldn't have a problem with it.
Of course not. I've never listen, everybody knows Dennis and I have a great co-parenting relationship. And it is strictly because his personal life is his personal life and mine is mine.
So he didn't say nothing to you at all either. You found out on the show. So y'all didn't have no conversation.
No, he ain't gonna tell me because he can benefit off me finding out on the show.
Surprise!
Yeah.
Surprise!
Yeah. That one he wouldn't know.
I thought you and Dennis was homies though, to the point where like he would have called you like, yo, P, this is what's happening. Like y'all seem like y'all have that really like a friendship still, no?
Not about his personal life.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
okay.
Not about his personal life. Now, I found he is the one who called and invited me to her birthday party. That's what I was like, that's a little peculiar. Like, why are you inviting me to her birthday party? You know, I called her and I was like, oh, I can't come. You know, I was like, but Dennis invited me. She was like, oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you about Dennis. Yeah, we're working together. I was like, okay, like.
You still love Dennis?
Cool. Yes. Yeah. Not like, you know, please don't take that soundbite like that. I mean, yes, as in that's my daughter's father, and I want the absolute best for him.
But do you love him like still let him sweat on you type of way?
You should have said sling hot dogs.
Sweat on me. No. No.
First of all, I don't believe that she wouldn't let Dennis hit again. I probably would, but that's just my toxic ass. First things first, we have a birthday today, Pisces. Happy birthday to Montrez Jones. Montrez is a longtime watcher of the Scotty by Nature TV brand. He always comes in the comments. He's always in the comments. He's always showing me love every time he comes in the comments, and I really appreciate it. Once again, I always appreciate all my Scotty Gang people all the time. I may not say it all the time. I may not see comments all the time, but I may not pay attention to comments all the time. But there's some people that I notice, and I never forget. I don't really forget many names too many times. And Montrez is one person that I see in these comments all the time. So happy birthday, however old your ass finna be. I hope your birthday is everything. Okay, I really do. So happy birthday to Montrez. Now, first things first, like I said, I don't believe that Porsha would not let Dennis hit again. Like I said, I probably would. Now her issue with Drew is because she was filming with Dennis without her knowing, and she did know that she was working with him. So y'all know, I like Drew. I got a soft spot in my heart for Drew. Y'all know I've met Drew. I met her at the Boss Baby Awards 2 years ago. We were supposed to do an interview 2 years ago, but it didn't happen. But y'all know I love Drew. She's a really cool person, especially in person. But there's too many times where people are saying that she's shady. I think Candace alluded to her being sneaky. And then, of course, Sonya has said that Drew is sneaky and she lies. A lot of the girls on the show say she lies. Candy says that she be lying. There's several people that be saying that Drew be lying all the time. And I be trying to take up for poor little Drew. I really do. I be trying to take up for her. And it look like I can't take up for her. It look like I can't take up for her as many times as I want. As much as I try to, it be looking like I can't take up for her. But she feels like Drew tried to set her up. Like, she said that Drew begged her to come back to the Housewives of Atlanta, and now that I'm back, this is what you do. Like, this is what you do behind my back. Like, you sneaking my baby dad down here, you creating this story. However, Drew's sister came out later on after that interview came out, and she said that Porsha was lying. Now, let's be honest here. Porsha and Drew is known to tell a lie or a fib or two. They both are known to tell a lie. As much as I love Drew, the people say you tell lies. And y'all know I can't stand Porsha, and I know she lies. So I don't know who is the biggest liar of them all. I don't know who be telling the truth the most, but I don't know. You hear me? I don't know. I would hope that Drew ain't lying, okay? Because I really want to be on her side this season. I really do. I promise you I do. Porsha saying that everybody wanted Phaedra back. Well, Porsha, I just got to tell you this. I don't want Phaedra back. But I do know that a lot of the mass majority of the Real Housewives, population wanted her back. I can promise you that I didn't want Phaedra ass back. I was fine with never seeing her ass again. And bad enough, I was watching her ass on Married to Medicine not do shit. And my thing is this. I gotta watch her not do shit on Married to Medicine. And then I gotta watch her bring her ass to the Real Housewives of Atlanta and sit in the goddamn confessional and have a peach in her hand and be like, oh, juicy. It's all her dumb ass gonna do the whole time. So I'm not really trying to see Phaedra. But if they feel like Phaedra's good for the show, and if Phaedra really did something for the show, then I guess. But I'm really not thrilled at all to seeing Frog back on this show. And she was only there for like a couple of weeks. So it's like, why is she so significant enough to have a damn peach? If that's the case, then Kenya should have had a peach. But whatever. Let's move on to the next part.
Are y'all, like, at this point, are you and Shamea as close as we've always known y'all to be? Because the first episode kind of gives that, Shamea is now coming into herself on the show. And there might be a little bit of tension because of that. There was a moment where she's like, okay, like, this is my new car, girl. Get to the left. It's not about you right now.
Yeah.
And that was a little weird. I was like, oh, I ain't never really seen that from Shamea and Porsha.
Yeah, it was weird. But also, it's the whole environment. I mean, in true housewife fashion, who doesn't love to talk crap about the person who's late and make them look bad or whatever? No one knew the reason why I was really late. I mean, I didn't get to tell her till we were in the closet while I was late. And at the end of the day, I did walk up while she was enjoying her car. But in my brain, as my best friend, I'm like, oh, we both about to twerk on the car. Like, bitch, you finally did it. Like, you got that Rolls Royce. Like, so I thought, you know how you go to a party and you're like, I don't want to miss them getting a birthday song. I don't want to miss them cutting the cake.
Yeah.
So the production was trying to tell me, Porsha, hold on, don't walk up to her while she's doing. I said, no. I don't want to miss her getting her car.
Yeah.
But I can see how it came off like, of course, the other girl, she's walking in her moment. Walking in her moment, that's my friend. Like, I root for her regardless. I mean, when I didn't have or when she didn't have whatever, like, I want the best for her. I'm happy for everything that she has.
So now that you guys have gone through the season or whatever, is the relationship still the same though? Because it's just a very, like, what conversations do y'all have after a moment like that? Because I've never seen that dynamic.
Well, you have to understand, like I just said, I was oblivious to how the narrative was being painted.
Oh, so that's a conversation happening right now, probably.
I knew I was late, but I knew I was late because I filmed in Duluth.
Yeah.
And there was a camera crew with me. One, like I was just somewhere lollygagging. I was working. And I knew that when I got there, I didn't want to miss her big moment because I got there just in time. So I didn't understand that. I now see the narrative of, oh, Porsha being late trying to steal her moment. Why on earth would I bring my friend to the show or encourage the show to bring her in this moment as the main character and not be happy for her?
I think the show's trying to pitch y'all against each other.
Yeah, that's what it's given. That that is.
We're gonna see what the we're gonna see what it gives. But
even with Kelly, that's the name, Kelly. When Kelly was made that funny remark in front. Like I feel like they're trying to pitch y'all against each other.
You can't let them make you the punching bag all season.
Yeah. But she's the girl. This like that. It's her season. So that's what it comes with.
And not even just I'm that girl or queen of the show or whatever. I like those accolades. But no,
you get 2 peaches.
I get 2 peaches. I'm standing up in the middle like this. No, but it's like I feel like at the end of the day, I'm a bet. You're gonna have to come at the top dog. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna come at Kenya just like they did. They're gonna come at Phaedra. You gotta come at the OGs. It is what it is. It's just the name of the game.
Right.
It's just I feel like in TV, it's hard because you have your reality of what's happening real time. Then you film it and then you probably get over it and then you watch it again. Right. And some things could be hurtful. The editing could be hurtful. Things could look dismissive. Things can look like what it's not really is.
Right.
So
have you had to call her and do what you just did and be like, yo, taking accountability. I didn't even know it could come off that way. I apologize if it did. Like, are y'all doing that at this point? Because you're watching it back
genuinely, now. It wasn't that big of a deal to she or I.
Got you.
It really wasn't. Maybe it was by the time she got to her confessional and they started asking her them probing questions.
Right.
But at the time, there was no feeling, no bad vibe about me being late. This is my friend. She knows exactly where I'm filming at. She know I can't film in my crib. You know, she know what's being blocked over here. I'm just happy that they still filming my ass at the end of the day. Because how you filming a housewife without a house? So I'm just thankful and grateful to Bravo and to all the other girls for stepping up. I'm glad that her moment was so huge. I love that the way they showed it, they really showcased her. I love that because on an ensemble cast, the worst thing is to be just the main character on your own.
Right.
You want everybody to hold their own weight. And I feel like she carries her own weight. Kelly does, Britt does, all the girls do. So please shine.
What happened on when y'all shot the Upshaws? Because we had NeNe up here.
Yeah.
And she said you blocked her from being on the Upshaws.
My bad. Do y'all notice that she did not answer the question at hand? Do y'all not know that she did not? Did y'all see that she didn't answer the question? Am I still muted? Am I still muted? I thought I took it off. Took it off mute. Okay, back to what I was saying. Did y'all not see her deflect? Now, they asked her 2 or 3 times, how was the relationship with you and Shamea? And she did not answer that damn question. She did everything she could to not answer that question. So that goes to show you that they're not in a good place. Now I clocked that they wasn't in a good place when she was on Speak On It with Candy. And as of right now, I'm finna find that part where Candy asked about the relationship. Just give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, because I'm finna find it. I'm finna find it real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, y'all. So I found it. Now, I don't know if I want to put it on the screen, so I'm just going to play it for y'all so y'all can hear it for yourselves, okay? And it says, Scotty, you called it out last year. Absolutely, I called it. I told y'all that this was going to happen. I told you guys. I told y'all that. I'm not one of the ones that like to get on here when stuff happens and be like, oh, I told y'all, but I did. But I did. I'm just gonna take that. I did. But we're gonna get into Speak On It. And we're gonna talk a little bit more about Porsha and Shamea after we listen to what Shamea said on Speak On It, okay? So let's get into it, y'all.
It was really great. I didn't even know you could do this on a tablet. But yeah, she's you're the real deal. Like, you're a real friend. You're the friend that everybody should have.
Speaking of friends and friendship, we about to get to the show. Now, I know you can't tell us too much because the season is just about to get started, right, and the people are going to have to tune in to see what's going on.
Absolutely.
But I think we can kind of like talk about things that are just in general. Okay. So with that being said, everybody knows that you and Porsha were friends.
Yeah.
Prior to
the show.
The show.
Childhood friends. For sure.
Childhood friends. When you decided to do the show, mm-hmm, were you concerned at all of how that would affect y'all for your friendship?
Absolutely. Because Housewives has always been like her thing or your thing. Like, I've always just popped in as a friend of Candy or a friend of Porsha. Mm-hmm. So I had to like almost condition myself to feel like, well, no, it's not just her thing. It's your thing too now. Mm-hmm. And that's a hard thing to do because I was naturally like, oh, well, should I say this or should I not say this? Or mm-hmm, how would that make her feel if I did this? Or, mm-hmm, I don't want to say seeking approval, but it was kind of like a nervousness about it. Like, mm-hmm, just a little nerve-wracking because you don't want it to mess up your friendship. You don't want to cross the line in a sense or mm-hmm, like what's allowed, what's not allowed. So mm-hmm, it took some adjusting.
So in the past, because you've done about 3-4 seasons, is that how you felt all those times? Like,
well, see, and that's the thing I just want to clarify. Like, people say you've been on the show before. No, not for real. Because in the past, I've been a friend, which means sometimes I wasn't even mic'd, which means your voice really don't count that much as a friend. I mean, they don't follow your story or your life. So you could read me for filth and it looks like I just laid down and took it. When in actuality, I gave it back to you, but maybe they didn't air it or it wasn't on camera because I didn't realize you did it until I watched it like the rest of the fans.
Yeah.
And then
friends don't always
I don't get confessionals. I never got confessionals. So it was like, when I finally would see it, well, hell, I don't get to react to it because mm-hmm, I'm just a friend and I hope they let me come to the next event so I can get you back. But more than likely, you say, I don't want her there. Mm-hmm. So now you can't even come back to get your lick back. So this is a whole new thing.
That happens a lot too,
where don't understand that.
Where people who are on the show may say or complain about a person who's a friend of the show, and then all of a sudden you don't see that friend no more, or it happens all the time,
or just they just don't they don't find the friend interesting enough to bring them to the next event, or they just want to do something with some other people, and then you're like, oh, you had your 2 or 3 little moments during the season, mm-hmm, and now you're gone. So I'm excited because now, for every read, there's a reaction.
And you get to
and
respond.
For every, thing that happens, I get to react to it and respond and have a interview or confessional and and then
it's
I get
not
to really,
one-sided.
It's not one-sided. And I also get to show that I'm just more than a friend to people. I'm a great friend, but I'm also a person that has a career and family and all these other amazing things that are happening in my life. And also the not so amazing things. So I think that's another big part about why I'm excited to be on this show, because every day is not amazing. And I want the world to know that. Like, so when they go through their storm, they can realize, well, you know what? If it can happen to her, and she wears this smile, and then surely, like, I can pull through.
Yeah. I think it's kind of funny because, it's funny because about the show and my exit, because, people sometimes when they exit the show, they don't want the show to do well, or they be talking down the show. Not me, because the way I look at it is they finally got you on here. I have been,
oh my gosh, right?
For a few years now to try to get Shamea on the show, because I just kind of felt like you could bring so much to the show and it'll be fun. And so even with me leaving this year, I told them, I was like, listen, y'all need to call Shamea back because I know her husband went with it, but I'm thinking he might be a little bit more. So I kept calling to some of the people in the background. They're like, yo, like, come on now. And then, it finally happened. And so I am so excited to see this moment.
This is just, I'm sorry to cut you off, but like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, have you a friend that's going to advocate for you and then rally around you and be there for you, even when you're not in the room. They're going to work the room for you. They're going to bring your name up in places that they know you should be, even when you can't bring your own damn name up.
Yeah.
They see it in you. Like, find you. Now I got her. I'll find you somebody else. But like, find you somebody like this. Thank you, friend. And I really appreciate that. And that was validated. And people did tell me like, oh yeah, Candy, she got you.
For a long time.
I got her.
I know you
clear about Candy.
Now don't get on this motherfucker and then be acting like Candy who?
Oh, Candy, bro.
Right.
Chaka, who?
Tell her I'll call her back.
There's no way, because I know she'll pull right up on me. Will not, I wouldn't.
Oh, I would show out.
Pull right up on me.
I would show out on you if you try me. I was like, what?
Like, you did a whole world tour, and I was like, okay, I mean, enough is enough. When are you coming back? I need to vent about some shit. I got a lot going on, and you're like gallivanting around the whole.
Hey man, I'm taking this time to
East
enjoy
Asia,
life.
South Africa. I'm like, man, where are you? Like, you just.
I'm living my best life right now.
Definitely are.
But back to you in the show. So, okay. So, and mind you, if you choose not to answer this question, we can always.
This is the part that y'all need to listen to.
So,
this is the part. Listen.
And I'm going to go back to your friendship with Porsha, because obviously, that's the friendship that everybody has right now. Did you or did you not share with her that you were gonna be a part of the show when they first asked you, or when they chose to interview you or whatever? Did you basically let her know, speak to her about it or whatever prior, or did you wait?
So I told her that I was, I guess in a sense, I don't want to say interviewing, but you know how it goes, how the process is. I did share that with her. And she, was like, yeah, I want you to do it. You think, Gerald's going to do it? And I was like, I don't know. And that's just kind of like where we left it. And then when I got the official, you got a peach, I called her for sure. And I was like, I got my peach, She was like, congratulations. She sent me a text back. I was like, congratulations. I'm excited for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I shared it with her. So I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't really know until the ink is dry. You don't know. Like, so it was kind of like, okay.
Cool.
You're interviewing, but like, are you going to get it? And then when I got it, it was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She texted him, was like, I already got a picture. Like, yeah, I got, I literally had just found out. When I first found out, when I first found out about the other castmates, I was excited because I was like, I like it. It's a new group.
Now, if y'all listen to that, y'all can see that there was a tad bit of tension in the air. Now, y'all do know that during the season, Shamea and Porsha have a falling out. They already previewed it in the season. Now, let's go back down the line. Let's go back down the line just a little bit now. Okay? Shamea first came on this show as Porsha's best friend in season 5. That's the first time we saw her in season 5. Then she didn't come on this show as a friend or a guest until season 8. That was the season that NeNe was gone. And then we saw Shamea again on season 9. And that's when she came to the reunion and read Phaedra for Filth. Okay. We saw her a little bit in season 10. She was around maybe once or twice in season 11. She was around a tad bit in season 12. And then she was officially a friend in season 13. Y'all know that I'm a damn Housewives, junkie. So y'all know I remember every damn thing. Now, y'all do know that Porsha has always been a sucky ass friend to Porsha. I mean, to Shamea. Y'all know that, right? What I don't like about how people be coming at Shamea, and y'all probably gonna say that I'm caping for Shamea throughout this whole season. Y'all probably is, especially when it comes down to this Porsha shit, but y'all know I don't give a fuck. I've always felt like Shamea was always Porsha's friend, but Porsha was never Shamea's friend. When Porsha came on this goddamn show, she showed us that she was a fraud. Kandi was very close to Porsha at one point in time, closer to Porsha than Porsha ever was to Phaedra. When Porsha got to be cool with Phaedra, she turned on Kandi and involved herself in the issues between Kandi and Phaedra, which she had nothing to do with. Not only was Phaedra out here dissing Kandi, but Phaedra dissed Porsha's childhood best friend. And my thing about that is, I will never allow anybody to disrespect my motherfucking childhood best friend in my presence. I would never allow that. Okay? I would never allow that shit. And she sat there and she joined in with Phaedra when Phaedra said that Shamea was out here fucking Kandi and Todd. I thought that was absurd. I thought that was ridiculous. I could not believe that Porsha would even allow that shit to happen, and she calls herself a good ass friend. And then she straight flipped on Shamea, didn't want to go to Shamea's wedding, dismissed Shamea when Shamea tried to tell her that Phaedra wasn't shit, and even got mad with Shamea during season 12 when Kenya said that, Shamea was talking to Kenya about their pregnancy. They were pregnant around the same time, all this other shit. Jealous of their relationship. And I always told people, because I remember when it first came out that Shamea got a peach. Y'all know that I've been advocating for Shamea for a very long time. Y'all know I live for my chocolate goddess, Shamea. I love me some Shamea. I was happy to see that Shamea got a peach. I was happy to see that. A lot of people were in the comments saying that Shamea is a turncoat. She thirsty for attention. She ain't Porsha's real friend. And I'm trying to understand, why the fuck does anybody think that Shamea is not Porsha's real friend when Shamea has always been down for Porsha from the jump, but Porsha ain't never been down for Shamea? And I feel like people have a revisionist history when it comes down to the history of the relationship with Porsha and Shamea. I really feel like they do, because if you got some good sense and you remember every damn thing, then you will know that Porsha has always disrespected Shamea and never been her friend. Now everybody want to say that she ditched Porsha for Kandi, and that's not true. It's really because of Shamea that Kandi and Porsha are even cool these days. It's because Shamea is friends with both of them. It was Kandi, and for me to hear Porsha say that she brought Shamea to the show, lies. Kandi was the one who brought Shamea to this fucking show. Everybody feels like it was Porsha when it was really Kandi from the very beginning that brought Shamea to this goddamn show. Porsha wasn't trying to bring her to the goddamn show. It was Kandi that did that. Kandi was the one that brought her to the show. Kandi is a real friend. Kandi really looks out for a motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she really does be looking out. And I feel like Shamea is the real one and a real forgiving soul for her to forgive Porsha for the shit that Phaedra did. And I see that Shamea is cool with Phaedra now too. And I don't know. maybe I'm just a grudge holder. I don't know. But there's some things that I can never, ever, 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 ever forgive. There are some things that I would never fucking forgive, okay? And I am an Aquarius sun with a Taurus moon, honey. And a Leo rising. I'm stubborn times 3. Not to mention, I have a whole lot of Capricorn in my chart. So there's a lot of stubbornness to go the fuck around. I have a lot of Taurus and a lot of Capricorn in my damn chart. Okay? Period. So the grudge holding is on 10. I would have never forgiven Porsha for what she did with Phaedra, and I would have never forgiven Phaedra for what she did. I would have never forgiven that. Now, another thing with Shamea and Porsha, everybody feels what people don't realize, and I've seen people change their minds right before my very eyes. I don't know if any of you guys seen that first. They put out a preview on Bravo, the first 6 minutes of the premiere episode, and how they show Shamea's house, her rich life, all them elevators in her house, her big ass closet. They showed her wealth. And some of the same people that was shitting on Shamea when it first got introduced that she was going to have a peach, they're all changing their mind. Oh my God, I did not know that Shamea was that wealthy. Oh my God, I didn't know that Shamea was that connected. Oh my God, she's giving us wealth. Oh my God, she's giving us lavish. Oh my God, she's showing us what a real housewife's supposed to be. I tried to tell y'all that. Let's be clear. The person that a lot of y'all think Porsha is what Shamea is. Let's be clear. I got to say it again. The very person that a lot of y'all think that Porsha is, Shamea is really that person. If you notice, Porsha really ain't got no celebrity friends like that. Shamea does. Shamea got the celebrity friends. Shamea got the connects. Shamea has been in the industry. Shamea is an actress. She was a cheerleader for the Atlanta Hawks, so she knows athletes. She knows a lot of people. That's why when you look at the first 6 minutes of this damn show, she knew everybody already in some kind of way. She's best friends with Porsha. She's really close friends with Cynthia. Her and Drew were cool because they did the TLC movie together. They did the movie together. She knew Kelly from way back when. They're cool. She knew Britt through a friend of hers. She didn't know Angela Oakley, but she knew Angela's husband because of the whole NBA stuff. She did hosting gigs for the NBA. She knew them. And not to mention, Shamea was in the videos. Shamea knows people. Shamea got the connects. She's what a real housewife is supposed to be. And that's why I be going up for her, because the people always try to downgrade her all the time. But I love an underdog. And I promise you, I said this from the very beginning. Before we saw any previews, before we saw anything, I said, Shamea is going to be the one that everybody got to watch. Shamea is going to be the centerpiece of this damn show. Shamea is going to be that girl. Watch what I tell y'all. And it's already shaping out to be that way. So I don't care what nobody got to say about Shamea. I'm team Shamea, and Shamea is everything. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Like, period. So team Shamea over here. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. But I do think that Shamea deserves better than Porsha. Porsha ain't never been no friend to Shamea. And I might do an analyzation of their friendship because, I'm doing, character analyzations and things like that. So I'm going to be doing pieces on friendships on this show and stuff like that. So they are, yes, they are framing the show around Shamea and stuff like that. So we're going to see more of her. And I can't wait to do that. Can't wait. Now, let's get to the last part about NeNe. Because this live has gone way longer than it was supposed to. But let's get into it.
No, she did it. She did the show.
But you wouldn't do it with her.
So no, it's not that I wouldn't do it with her. So I signed on to do the Upshaws. And I had just filed, I think, could have even been a week and a half prior. So you know how you sign up. So mind y'all, when I filed for divorce, I did not know I was filing for divorce. I was happily in love with my husband. Like, we were good. Valentine's Day, we had a horrible argument. Things got really nasty, and I knew something was about to hit the fan, but I did not know. So when it happened, I had already signed up to do the show, and I really couldn't cancel at that point. So when I got there, I just was sitting in the green room or the waiting area, and I just like start breaking down.
Oh man.
I just start breaking down. And then then she was in the room next to me, and I just hearing her voice broke me down because I just felt when you're going through divorce, you just feel so alone. And here I am, just a foul, coming out of my room. I mean, I could barely put on makeup. And now here I am on a set with strangers. I don't have anybody. Just hearing her voice, it was just too familiar. And, I had not talked to her. I didn't know how I could face her. I didn't know how I could face anybody. So it genuinely wasn't me saying, no, I don't work with this person or that person, whomever, because I agreed to it. I just wasn't capable of doing it that day.
Mentally and emotionally.
I could not gather myself at all. So when I spoke to them, they were like, I understand you're not going to be able to act as a housewife today. They ended up letting me go home. And then they said, we'll fill in your spot with Cynthia. And then after that, in true NeNe fashion, she just turned it into something about herself. And it genuinely wasn't about her. It was about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, her actions of like taking Simon's side and hanging out with him, with women or whatever they were doing, it just really was null and void to me. I just would have wanted a friend. So for her to turn it and make it like I tried to block her money or whatever, me block NeNe's money? How? Like, NeNe's a star. I can't block your money, just like nobody can block mine. I don't give a damn who you are. So to me, it's just unfortunate. I'm too grown. I'm sure y'all can see I'm a different Porsha. If I was another Porsha, I'd be reading her and her wig or whatever, but I don't feel that way. Like, I feel like we grown people. Girl, you know how it is to go through a divorce. You know exactly what emotions I could have been feeling. So all the extraness is just not needed.
Something is telling me that Porsha lying. But that's all she do is lie, though. I feel like Porsha is lying. And if I'm not mistaken, when NeNe texts you about the situation, then you go off on her about not being there for you during your divorce. See, this is what Porsha does. She double talks and don't remember the shit that she said a while back. Because, honey, I remember that. You may not remember it, girl, but I remember that. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, baby girl? What the fuck are you talking about? She lies. Porsha be lying, y'all. But that's why her and Phaedra are good friends, and that's why her and Kandi really couldn't be friends like that, because she be lying too damn much for me. Like, she lies for sport at this point. So that's all I really got. Like, my heart goes out to Porsha because it really makes no sense to be that much of a goddamn liar. But whatever. Y'all, we had over 300 people up in here, and I must say, there go the queen of the damn moderators, too feisty. I was looking for her, but she want to bring her ass up in here at the last minute, child. But shout out to all my moderators. Before I get up out of here, though, let me look at these super chats. Thank you. Shamea is too fly to let Porsha play her. Stand up, okay? Porsha was jealous of Shamea wedding, Regina George. I am team hold a grudge as well. Okay, period. Okay. But I knew that was going to get her go. But anyway, y'all, I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys have voted for me as much as you possibly could for the Boss Baby Awards, which is next month. I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Like I said, I have a whole lot of stuff coming up this year. Okay. I gotta not every time you dress like Jam Master J, I catch a stray. Oh my God. Not her reading me on the sleep. But I have a whole lot going on. I'm starting to pivot this channel this week. Starting this weekend, I'm starting my pivot. I'm working on getting my book released. Danita would be so happy. And I'm about to start filming a web reality show. Again, I can't say what it is, but it is what it is. I can't say it. But I'm about to start. And hopefully you guys support me in that as well. But I appreciate you guys for everything, and y'all gonna see a whole lot of me as a lot too, and it ain't that, Janika. I can tell you that it ain't that. I know for a fact it's not that. I already told y'all it wasn't that one. It's something else. But I appreciate all of you guys, and I hope you guys support everything that I do this year. But y'all know what time it is. It is time for us to get into the voting aspect of the hour. Y'all know that. We're about to go ahead and get up out of here. So the next minute, while the music playing, go ahead and cast your vote. I'm out of here, y'all. Until the next video. Bye.